What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. In the last episode we went through the bottom of the well and got ourselves the mirror shield. And in this episode, well, we're going to explore the Ancient Castle of Ikana. But before we do that, let's quickly grab our Majoras Mask because there are a couple of ninjas that exist around the outside, and if we talk to them, we can get some more information. So, here we go. Master, you called. What are you? Alright, so same thing as last time, just do like one spin attack and normally they'll jump right into it. Regrettable, although you are my rival, you were spectacular. I shall take my final bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. A hole can be opened in the ceiling from the roof of a particular room in Ikana Castle. But only an incredibly powerful explosive can break through. Belief or disbelief rests with you. To die without leaving a corpse, that is the way of the Garo. Alright, so obviously that guy just gave us a pretty big clue as to what our powder keg can be used for, so keep that in mind. Anyways, I think another ninja's like right over here. Ah, yes, there we go. Master, you called. Not exactly. What are you? Well, you're about to find out, punk. Alright, jump into my attack. No, don't attack me. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to jump into my attacks. Alright, dude. Not cool. You need to stop. There we go. Finally. Regrettable. Although you are my rival, you were spectacular. I shall take my final bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. In entering Ikana Castle, there is another secret route apart from the well entrance. Belief or disbelief rests with you. To die without leaving a corpse, that is the way of the Garo. Alright, so the entrance he is talking about is actually, right over here. So, you do actually need to get the mirror shield to use this. But yeah, if we leave now, we can pretty much just go up to the main entrance and, you know, melt away that block using our mirror shield. Anyways, I believe there's another ninja, like, right around here. There we go. Master, you called. What are you? Alright, and I believe this is the final ninja for the outside, so there we go, that was pretty easy. Regrettable. Although you are my rival, you were spectacular. I shall take my final bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. The Redeads in Ikana were once members of the castle's dancing troupe. Belief or disbelief rests with you. To die without leaving a corpse, that is the way of the Garo. Now, that might not seem like an important tip, but honestly, it is kind of useful for inside the castle itself. So, we're going to go inside now, and we're going to do so while wearing our Majoras Mask. And as soon as we get inside, well, yeah, check it out. The Redeads in here are going to dance. Now, this also works if you wear the Igos Du Mask as well as the Captain's Hat. But if we take those off, yeah, they go back to normal. And if we get close to them, they will attack us. So to play it safe, we're going to wear our Majoras Mask. Now, I'm assuming the reason behind this is because the Majoras Mask and the Captain's Hat are some of the oldest masks in the game. So when we're wearing it, the Redeads sort of respect us, since I guess, like, the leader of the Garo Ninjas and, Captain Kita were pretty high up in the rankings, you know, back when Ikana Kingdom, was actually a thing before it fell. So, when we wear them, the Redeads sort of respect us. Now, as for why this works with the Igos Du Mask, I'm not really sure, because obviously we saw the creation of the Igos Du Mask, like, we took part in that, but I'm assuming it's just because, like, Redeads and Igos Dos are normally, like, allies, so for whatever reason, they will just not attack us if we're wearing that. Anyways, enough about that, though. Let's talk about the castle itself, because this area is kind of like a mini temple. In fact, there is a mini-boss and a normal boss that we will need to fight before the end of this. And I guess you could technically say that, like, the mirror shield is the item, you know, that we get from this, even though we did find it in the well. So, it's not exactly the same, but it's got, like, the same basic principles, I guess you could say. Now, if this were a temple, I would say that it's very, very linear. So, to oversimplify things, basically what you want to do is, go down the left side of the castle, do everything that you can do, and by the time you're done, it should allow you to progress down the right side. You'll be able to finish that up, and by the time you're done with the right side, you'll be able to go directly down the center, and pretty much go directly to the boss. So, yeah, it's really, really simple. Anyways, I believe there is another Garo ninja right out here somewhere. Ah, yes, there we go. Master, you called. What are you? Well, you're about to find out, my friend, so just run into my attack, please. No, don't attack me. That's not what I want you to do. Ooh, slow down. Holy crap. Alright, there we go. We got him. Regrettable. Although you are my rival, you are spectacular. I shall take my final bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. To counter the rage of the King of Ikana Castle, burn away that which disrupts the light and shine the sacred rays on the king. Belief or disbelief rests with you. To die without leaving a corpse, that is the way of the Garo. Alright, so that guy pretty much just told us how to beat the boss of this area, so that's a very, very important tip. Now, there's a couple of things that we need to do here, including getting a piece of heart. And it's kind of dangerous to do this, so I'm going to try and make this as safe as possible because, yeah, there's a couple of crows that are flying around here. And if these things attack you while you're trying to, like, platform from area to area as a Deku Scrub, there is a very high chance that they will knock you down, and you'll have to come all the way back up here. So, yeah, just try and clear out those crows as best as you can, and then when you think it's safe, quickly just glide over to this switch, and again, make sure you transform, that way you're heavy enough to press it down, and that's going to move that block, which will allow light to shine in on the right side of the castle. So now we can pretty much go down the right side, although we're not done just yet because there is a piece of heart that we can collect. So now we just gotta make our way back over to the main part of the castle, and yeah, it seems like the crows have sort of respawned. So now I'm gonna try and play it safe again and just try and kill these guys, that way they don't knock me off while I'm trying to get back on this ledge, because like I said, it's very, very dangerous, especially since when you're a Deku Scrub, you actually do have, like, way more knockback than if you were a human, and I guess that's just because you're supposed to be a lot lighter, so yeah, it's better just to play it safe. Anyways, let's just head over to this corner, and you'll notice that there's a diamond switch and some platforms that are on fire. So what you want to do is hit this diamond switch, and as long as we're in the clear... Oh wait, hang on, there's one more crow. Get out of here, man. But yeah, as long as you're in the clear, just jump over to this first Deku Flower, transform into a Deku Scrub, and now what you want to do is just glide across all the way down to the end, because as you guys can see, there is a piece of heart just chilling there on that last platform. So let's just drop down and pick that up. So there we go, another piece of heart. Nice. And well, guess what? We're pretty much done with the left side, so let's just jump down and make our way back into the castle, and we can go through the right side. So pretty easy. Just make sure you don't fall off by getting hit by those crows, because like I said, they're really, really obnoxious. Oh yeah, by the way, the redeads do respawn, and in case I didn't mention it before, yeah, when you kill them, they actually do drop a ton of rupees, so I recommend killing them every time you see them. But just like with the left side, if we grab our fire arrows again, we can shoot sort of this frozen ice switch, and that will unlock the door. And now we can go down the right side, and since we move that block to allow light to shine in this room, well, guess what? We can actually use it to get rid of this sun block and also kill that wall master that was in our way. Although, yeah, it doesn't actually kill the wall master, it just splits it up into 3 tinier ones, which then you can kill with your sword, and again, they do drop some rupees. Oh yeah, by the way, some of the redeads have, like, different dances. They're kind of funny if, like, you want to stop for a couple of seconds and look at them, but honestly, I prefer to just kill them. Oh, guess what time it is, guys? It's mini-boss time. You guys remember that Wizrobe boss from Snowhead Temple, right? Well, guess what? We need to fight him again. And I think I was wrong about him, actually, because you can fight him with the sword, and someone told me this, like, after I went through Snowhead Temple. So I'm gonna do this entire fight with just the sword to show it off, because I was mistaken. Like, I thought you had to use your arrows, but apparently you can use your sword. I'm not really sure which method is faster, but I'm going to assume, since we have the gilded sword, that we'll be able to take this guy out pretty quickly. And what's nice about this arena is that if you stand in one of the corners, you'll pretty much be able to see like 3 of the platforms all at once, which will give you a pretty big advantage. So there we go. He is already dead. That was pretty quick. Alright, so now that that is done, let's just keep going and eventually make our way to the 2nd floor. And hey, here's some more Redeads. Hooray! And I think the 2 up there are actually doing new dances. Like, those animations look new. I don't remember those ones being on the N64 version. So if those are new, I guess that's kind of like a nice touch that they decided to add, you know, more animations. But if not, I guess I've just never seen them before. Either that, or I don't remember it. But whatever, just give me your rupees, and now let's just make our way up to the 2nd floor. So we're almost getting to the point where we can actually use our powder keg that we've been saving for oh so long, and we'll actually be able to use it right out here. So directly in the center, yeah, as you can see, like, there's this giant hole with like a crack on it. So let's grab our Goron mask and our powder keg real quick, and we'll transform into a Goron. And make sure you kill this crow, because yeah, you don't want him bothering you while you're using the powder keg. But we'll just drop that there, and now let's transform back into a human. I'll grab my arrows real quick just so we can speed this along and blow that up. So there we go. Now there's a giant hole directly in the center of, you know, the castle, which allows light to shine in. And now, as you can see, yeah, light's reflecting off our shield, and we can actually use that to kill the Redeads. But more importantly, we can use it to melt or, you know, make this giant sunblock disappear. So there we go. Now we can go directly into the heart of the castle. And this, my friends, is where we're gonna find the boss. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because this boss fight is actually a lot of fun. And there's a couple of little Easter eggs that I can't wait to show off. So here we go. O insolent one who has brought the unthinkable into a land as dark as Ikana. My servants have fallen namelessly before the light that guides you. However, the darkness in which my servants live is, after all, fleeting. You shall see with your own eyes just what kind of thing true darkness really is. Okay, so we need to fight the King of Ikana and his 2 servants. Now, the first Easter egg that we can do is by using our Bremen's Mask. So if we take this out and begin to march, yeah, his soldiers or whatever will march along with us, which is kind of funny. So you can use this to, you know, put some distance between them and you if you really need to. But enough about that. Let's actually start attacking them. So for this first phase, what you want to do is do a couple of spin attacks, and that'll pretty quickly knock them down. Once they are down, though, grab your fire arrows and melt the curtains that are blocking these windows. That way you can shine in the light, because that's pretty much how we're going to be, you know, killing off all of these enemies, just by using the light. So once both curtains are burned, you know, obviously they're all shocked or whatever, and what you want to do now is, wow, that guy's actually in the light. Dang it, that didn't work. Yeah, so you're probably going to have to knock them down again. You can also, you know, shine the light at their backs to sort of stun them, but once you knock them down, yeah, shine the light at them, and that's going to burn their bones, which pretty much stops them from coming back to life, because if you do not do that, they will, like, come back to life and fight you again, which is kind of annoying. Now, the easiest way to knock them down is just by doing spin attacks, because no matter what, it pretty much hits them even if they are shielding. After you defeat the 2 servants, though, now it's time to fight the king himself. I believe his name is like Igos Du Ikana. I may be mispronouncing that, but one Easter egg we can do is by putting on our captain's hat and running up to him. And yeah, it totally stops the fight to do this. It's really funny. Oh, Kita! Is it not Captain Kita? But you're so tiny! I was nearly fooled by you. And then it goes right back to the fight. I always thought that was kind of funny, but obviously he sees through our disguise because he knows that Captain Kita is supposed to be some giant skeleton, not some scrawny little guy dressed in green clothes. And get off my face, man. So yeah, when he's like hovering around as a head like this, you really can't do anything to attack him. For whatever reason, I thought fire arrows actually did damage to him, but I guess I'm wrong in that regard. However, you can pretty much fight him the same exact way as his servant. So if you do spin attacks, for the most part, you should normally be able to hit him. But what you want to do is knock him down just like his servants, and then shine light at him. He does have a couple of different attacks. He can, of course, block your light with his shield. He does have that icy breath attack, and then he can, of course, you know, detach his head and have that float around. So just try and do, like, spin attacks, and normally that works. I don't know why I'm having, like, such a hard time with this. So, maybe if I shine light at his skull? Actually, I don't even think that works, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to attack him when he's flying around as a skull. I thought you could do that, so maybe I'm just, like, not remembering the correct method of fighting him. But he also does, you know, leave himself open when he reattaches his skull, so you can use that as an opening to attack him. But come on, dude. There we go. Perfect. So now he is down, and all we gotta do is shine some light on him, and there we go. That could have gone a lot better, but you know what? We did it. What do you want? You're blocking me. Get out of the way. I can still get him. Blocking you? The reason he beat us is because you were so feeble. Don't blame this on me. What? Just try saying that again to my bony face. Feeble. Feeble, 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 feeble. Shut up already. Grr. Don't look at me. I was once called the best swordsman in all of Ikana. The greatest swordsman in all of Ikana? You? Feeble? Draw your weapon. Huh? I'm telling you to draw your sword. How? Rah! Will you stop? What fools! Haven't you begun to understand? The kingdom being ruined and us left in this state. Isn't it petty, little battles like this that have caused it? Believing in your friends and embracing that belief by forgiving failure. These feelings have vanished from our hearts. It all happened after somebody thrust open the doors of that stone tower. You who bring light into darkness, I am the king of the Ikana kingdom, Igos Du Ikana. The spell binding that had been cast upon us was broken by that light which you carry. To return true light to this land, you must seal the doors of Stone Tower where the winds of darkness blow through. But Stone Tower is an impenetrable stronghold. Even hundreds of soldiers from my kingdom would not be able to topple it. It is far too reckless for one to take on such a challenge. And so, I grant to you a soldier who has no heart, one who will not falter in the darkness. You shall remember this song. Alright, and I believe this is the last song that we will learn in the entire game, and it's going to be used a lot in the upcoming area, so let's play it and remember it well. Oh man, this should be fun. I cannot wait to read the comments on this video because I bet some of you have been waiting for this moment like the entire LP. So here's your moment, guys. And there he is. Oh my gosh, it's Ben, so spooky. Anyways, we learned the Elegy of Emptiness. It's a mythical song that allows you to shed a shell shaped in your current image. By playing this song while wearing masks to assume different forms, you'll be able to leave up to 4 empty shells, 1 for each of them. Cool. This soldier who has no heart is your twin image, a shell of yourself that you will shed when your song commands it. On my kingdom, shine the light of justice. Alright, will do. But, there he is, guys. That's our shell. Yeah, kinda creepy looking, isn't he? So you know what? We're just going to leave him locked away in this room and hopefully never see him again, although that's not going to be the case. We're actually going to be seeing him a lot in the upcoming area. Let me actually kill all of these re-deads on the way out, because why the heck not? I want the extra money, especially since there is something I do want to buy that does cost quite a few rupees, but we'll worry about that later. For now, I think this is a good place to end off the video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one, right after I kill that crow.